Former head athletic trainer for the Baltimore Orioles, serving from 1984 to 2017. He is Richie Bancells. How are you, Richie?
Good, Rob. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you for your time. Now, we know that those are the years you were head athletic trainer, but your career spans the entire streak for Cal Ripken Jr., and I know you were there for 21-31, but were there a lot of dicey moments throughout this streak that jeopardized us getting to 21-31?
There were a couple. I mean, there was the two that people talk about most was the ankle sprain that happened in 1984-5. But obviously the streak wasn't an issue then. The one that everyone kind of talks about when the streak was an issue was when we had that awful fight with the Seattle Mariners, and Cal had sprained his knee. It seemed very unlikely at that time that he would be able to play. I remember he called me the next morning with his knee being sore. We did all the proper diagnostic stuff, saw the doctors, went in and treated it. And I really had my doubts, even up to an hour before game time, if he was going to be able to play. We took him in the batting cage. I rolled him some balls left and right, moving laterally. And remember, he was still playing shortstop at this time. So a lot of lateral movements. Morty certainly can appreciate what that takes. But true to Cal's form, he said, let's just wrap it up, tape it up as best as you can, and we'll continue to treat and move forward.
Hey, Richie, I want to go back in time here, back when you graduated from Biscayne College back in 1978. And we'll talk about the college days maybe a little bit later, but you went right into the Orioles organization back in Bluefield. And, of course, there was a young Cal Ripken that started out 17 years old. Can you kind of go back in time, tell us your feelings about those days?
Yeah, I mean, his first day was my first day, and we were all kids. I was obviously, a few years older than him coming out of college, and he came out of high school. But, I was dealing with a bunch of, some homesick kids, and Cal was one of them. But thank God he managed to stay on. It's truly cool to see somebody start as a high school youngster like that and go to where he's, become even today, along with the big league career.
Richie, I remember 21-31 and all the magical things that happened that night. But to me, the one thing that stands out in my mind is Cal taking the lap. Tell us your impression on that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because it sort of was a testament to the celebration that the whole thing was. And I, even though I think Cal wanted to get the game going as he does, when he realized, I think that it was a celebration for everybody. Everybody in the ballpark, everybody on television, everybody in baseball. He normally would do. He wanted to make them part of the celebration, and it was a very, very cool moment.
Hey, Richie, was there ever a point in Cal's career that you started thinking about the streak and there might be a chance to break Lou Gehrig's incredible record?
Well, yeah, at some point later on, and I think that kind of, for me, hit home after he stopped playing the continual innings streak. When that stopped, and then the game streak was still an issue and going on, you become more acutely aware of it. And actually, you become more aware of it because of the media and all the external things that come on. But, like I often said, Cal, he didn't play for the streak. He played because he truly believed he was put here to come to the ballpark and play ball. And as he said on more than one occasion, the manager kept putting his name in the lineup. So along with that, he never saw the streak as the streak. He just saw it as part of his work ethic. And I think I've said that one of the ways that was highlighted to me was one day when I was taping his ankles, he looked at me and he said, I don't understand what the big deal is here. He looked at me and goes, you come to work every day, don't you? So he really saw it as just what everyone else is supposed to do, is get up in the morning and go to work.
Hey, Richie, well, you're on this point now. Did you ever take a day off during Cal's streak?
Yeah, what's your streak?
Well, actually, my daughter was counting up days in that at one time, and it was phenomenal. It was crazy. You don't even think about it. I did miss for a family event here or there, a high school or college graduation, but that was about it.
Richie, I know just like Cal, you never thought about the streak as it was going on, but you were the head athletic trainer. Do you look back on it now and take some personal pride in what happened?
Yes and no. It's not me. It wasn't anything I did. I didn't do anything any more or less for him than I would do for anyone who was maybe had an injury or an illness. It was more about him. It was his perseverance, his work ethic, and his feeling that that it was what he did. I do take pride in the fact that I'm associated in this way with Cal. That's pretty neat because we're friends. We're good friends and have remained friends through all of, even to this day. So I kind of take pride in that more than anything.
Well, Richie, obviously an incredible part of Cal's historic streak, but what about the day it ended? Your thoughts about that? Was it an emotional time?
Yeah, it was a combination of things, and you don't realize it at the time. I think about it afterwards, It was a sense of me for, happy for him, a celebration. I was, happy for him, not only as a player, but as a friend to have reached this moment and to break in this unbelievable record. But there was also, a sense of relief, because as the days were clicking and coming closer to that time, I often, it was always in the back of my mind, geez, is something going to happen today? Let's hope not, So it was a sense of relief in that regard.
As I always tell Cal, his streak began when I was in elementary school, and it ended the same month my first child was born. So that's how long it lasted. Richie, it's so good seeing you. You look great, my friend. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right.